Okay, so you understand the tokenomics of FEG token. You know that there's a 2% tax anytime somebody buys, sells, or transfers. Anytime that you move the token, 2% tax hits, right? Out of that 2% tax, part of that goes to the burn address and gets taken out of circulating supply. The other portion of that gets pushed to the community. On the Ethereum side, outside of that, from that 2% tax, you have 57.8% of the 2% gets taken out of circulating supply. The remaining 42.157% goes to, of the 2%, goes to the community, right? So you have a hyperdeflationary token where as the burn address gets larger, it consumes more of the token. That increases the burn rate. That also allows for positive price pressure on the token, increasing the dollar cost of the token. Now I'm gonna get. I'm recording, so just let me do this spiel really quick. I'm trying to record something for the new members. So the FEG exchange, multi-chain DEX, right? Bridge coming out next month to allow for changing between the two exchanges, or the two chains. So you'll be able to change at that time your FEG tokens from the Binance side to the Ethereum side, and vice versa. That's not going to be at a 1-to-1 ratio. That's going to be at a US dollar value. Okay. Outside of that, you're able to do multiple functionalities on the exchange that allow for passive income, and I'll explain them. So we have a staking reward system, right? We know staking is for transaction validation on the exchange. So you put your tokens there and you get rewarded for it. How do you get rewarded? Every time that somebody makes a sell transaction on the exchange, you're earning 0.12% to the staking pool, right? And that 0.12% is distributed to the stakers on the exchange, right? And based on the volume of tokens that you have staked. And so that's one reward that comes from staking. And that's not from that 0.12% that gets pushed to the staking pool is not just from FEG token. It's from every token that ever lists on the exchange. So imagine if we have 50, 100, 1,000 tokens on the exchange over time, that's more and more rewards getting pushed into the staking reward system, right, for the holders. And those are separate based off the chain, right? So the Ethereum chain and the Binance Smart Chain, the reward systems are different. On top of that, we have you're earning the community distribution. Remember I talked about the 2% tax. When when it burns or when it's taxed, you're going to get your community distribution for the amount of tokens that you have staked. However, instead of receiving FEG token, they're going to be automatically sold and given to you at the US dollar value of said tokens, right? And in the form of FETH, if you're on the ETH side staking, or FBNB if you're on the Binance Smart Chain side staking. Now, we all know about the FRAP functionality, which I'll go into depth later, but just know that if you have your tokens in the staking and you have rewards that are claimable, you do not earn the passive frictionless rewards for FETH or FBNB while they're claimable. You need to claim them to earn those rewards. And I'll circle back to the FRAPing functionality in just a second. So those are the internal on FegX rewards going to the staking pool. Now, FegRock's developed a new technology called Smart Defy, right? I'm not going to jump into all of that yet, but what I will say is that any token that launches on this new technology, which is a token that holds its own liquidity, it's completely rug proof. He's changing the crypto space with this. Any token that launches on it, and this is what I mentioned earlier about building out the ecosystem, any token that launches on Smart DeFi technology is going to pump 0.12% of every sell transaction to the FEG stakers. And that's from every project that potentially ever lists on that technology, right? So you're looking at 0.12% from every token that ever lists on FegX. You're looking at your frictionless rewards, but given into you in the form of FETH or FBNB. You're looking at 0.12% coming to the stakers from every token launched on Smart DeFi ever and getting pushed to the FEG stakers and distributed, right? That 0.12% every time distributed. So it's a bunch of compounding factors there. Now, I'll go into liquidity pool. We have one and two-sided liquidity. In liquidity pool, you will suffer impermanent losses, just like you do with every other liquidity pool. Impermanent losses are the fluctuation in the amount of your tokens. From what I understood, you have more impermanent loss when you do one-sided than you do two-sided, because it rebalances better on with the two-sided liquidity. But you are given 0.2% from the fees within that liquidity pool. Now, you do suffer impermanent losses in liquidity. You do not in staking. So I just want that to be, mentioned. Next, I'll talk about the FWrap system. So if you FWrap, which means you're wrapping natively on FEG Exchange, which is just like wrapped Ethereum or wrapped BNB, right? If I take right now my ETH and I say, I'm going to wrap it because I'm not doing anything with this ETH. I'm holding it, waiting for the value to go up. Or I'm waiting to just hold for a good buy point, right? If I put my FETH into the exchange, I'm earning 120% APY right now. If I take my BNB and I put it into the exchange and I wrap it, FBNB, and it's just sitting as FBNB in my wallet, and you can see the rewards going right in my wallet, just compounding, just building up, right? FBNB, 200% APY right now. So that's another reward system that's built into the exchange. Outside of that, we have Smartswap that's coming out. Now, Smartswap is not another exchange. It's an internal ecosystem where you can load a balance of FETH or FBNB or FEG ETH or FEG BSC, and you can internally trade within there, right? You're internally trading with in Smartswap. So you're getting no 2% tax at that point. So the tokens do not burn when you trade in there. So this is going to allow for swing traders to swing trade, right? No burn, but you are still having a sell transaction fee, which pushes 0.12% to the staking pool. So staking has a tremendous amount of rewards pushing in that direction as the exchange is built out and more tokens list on the exchange. So when people ask me, is it a smart idea to stake right now? I say, maybe put in a little bit and see how you feel about the reward systems, And then but when more tokens get on there, it's going to be ridiculous. So that's Smartswap. It's also got 40% reduced gas fees from the blockchain. So it's cheaper to trade in, and then you can pull those tokens out. If you put in FEG ERC or FEG BSC into Smartswap, that movement creates a 2% tax. If you're trading within, there's no 2% tax. But if you take that internal balance of FEG ERC or FEG BSC and you move it out into your external balance, which is your wallet that you're holding, right? Then your normal wallet, then you will get a 2% tax from going into Smartswap or out of Smartswap in FEG token, you will get a tax. Now you can still move your FETH in and your FETH out, or your FBNB in or your FBNB out, and there's no tax there. You'll already have gotten that 1% tax, 1% conversion fee for the FWrap reward system. So let me explain that. Anytime somebody comes on the exchange and says, I want to buy something. So right now, if I want to buy FEG on the BSC side, right, I'm going BNB, Smart Chain BNB to FBNB. That creates a 1% conversion fee cost of the total BNB that I use. That 1% gets distributed to the FBNB holders. And that's how that reward system is built. Anytime you wrap or unwrap. So if I'm trying to sell my FEG into FBNB and then I go FBNB into BNB, then I'm paying that 1% again. And so that's how the reward system is built. And some people will say, oh, well, I'm paying more to do that. Yeah, you may be paying a little bit extra to do that. But at the same time, if you're capitalizing on that system, it's going to pay for all your transaction fees. Why? Because you're not going to trade as much as every other person, all these other people are trading. So you're going to be earning money, and that could potentially pay for all your gas fees just because you're holding some FBNB and other people are transacting all the time. And when you're ready to put in a trade, you submit and you're using rewards to pay those gas fees. So it's a tremendous system, and it's built out, and it's got such an amazing APY. I mean, I don't think people understand that you can't get that holding your money in a bank. So we talked about all those reward systems. Now, FWrapping, we listed a numerous pairs that you can base pair with, right? Numerous tokens you can base pair with. On the Binance side, I mean, I'm going to go off the top of the head here. I wrote this list a couple weeks ago when FedRox put them out, but it's like BUSD, USDT on the Binance side, Binance pegged XRP, Cardano. You can do Uni, you can do Cake, you can do all these different tokens. BTCB on the Binance side. On the the Uni would be on the ETH chain. So the you can do Uni on the ETH chain. You can do USDT, USDC, BTC on the ETH side. I mean, he's putting all these options. So now with those options, with that being said, and you can see that list for clarification, fegtoken.com, menu bar, FAQ document. Scroll down towards the end. There's a table that I wrote up, and it's got all the smart contracts, and it has all of them there. And that list on the Binance side includes Binance, Peg, Doge as well, just so you guys know. So that any of those tokens that are listed in the future, when tokens list, you can already wrap them, but you're only going to be receiving the rewards right now of people who wrap or unwrap them. When new tokens say, hey, I want to list on FegX. Okay, cool. What token do you want to pair with? Oh, I want to pair with USDT. Awesome. Paired against USDT. Anytime somebody comes to buy that token on FegX, they're going to have to do the conversion of USDT to FUSDT. What happens? 1% of that is a fee, and now that fee gets pushed to anybody holding FUSDT. So what does that mean? That just means that I created an ATM on Feg exchange in my wallet, because now FegX is pumping me FUSDT, which is 1-to-1 with USDT, which I can just convert into USDT and cash out at a dollar value, right? So now you're earning all that reward system. I mean, it's tremendous. So I'm going to end this recording really quick, and then I'm going to answer any